I'd like to call to order the Westmont Village Board meeting on June 17th, 2021, to order at 6 o'clock p.m. and ask Clerk Simsky for a roll call, please.
Mayor Gunther?
Here.
The clerk's here. Trustee Barker?
Here.
Trustee Brady?
Here.
Trustee Guzzo?
Here.
Trustee Little?
Here.
Trustee Nero is absent tonight. Trustee Simonovich?
Here.
Attorney Zemanek?
Here.
Village Manager May?
Here.
Assistant Village Manager Parker?
Here. Would everybody please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Again, I'd like to welcome everyone to this still tentative hybrid meeting as far as the public, and I'd ask an open forum. I'd ask Manager May if he has any items that have been submitted.
There are no items that were submitted using the electronic public comment form, and I point that out also in that there haven't been for quite some time. So starting with our July 1st meeting, that method will be eliminated as far as online access to public comment.
And again, it's, I don't see anybody, but is anybody here who wants to address the board on something that's not on the agenda? Seeing no one, then I will close open forum and move on to reports. My report, and I think Manager May just said, starting July 1st, we'll resume in-person meetings for board members and meeting participants. So there'll no longer be a regular virtual participation. So we'll see everybody here. There will still be live streaming via our YouTube channel. Public Safety Committee meeting will be next June 23rd, next Wednesday at 9 o'clock a.m. right here. Our Westmont Police are hiring. See the press release for details and spread the word. We had a 100th anniversary committee meeting today, and the good news is that the 4th of July fireworks are back on. They'll be at Tidewater Park, and the fireworks are going to be enhanced in honor of our 100th anniversary. It'll be a 30-minute show, always on the 4th, starting at 9:30, and there'll be a solid 30 minutes of fireworks. We're looking forward to having that event. Missed it last year, but was back on this year. The 100th anniversary license plates, anybody who'd like to get a commemorative 100th anniversary license plates, they're on sale to the public. It's $25 per license plate. You could sign up at the village website, and these are used for October and November. Our 100th birthday is November the 10th, so you get 60 days, and we chose October and November. The Gregg House is going to have an ice cream social, a garden party, book signing, and a historical walk June 20th at the Gregg House from 1 till 3 p.m. That's this Sunday. And again, contact the Park District if you want more information. So I'm now going to turn to Clerk Simsky.
Thank you, Mayor. I just have a few things to talk about. The village offices will be closed July 5th in observance of Independence Day. Garbage or recycling pickup will be one day later. Garage sales, there will be no fee for garage sale permits again this year. Please visit the website for the usual village guidelines. And the community-wide garage sale is the weekend of August 6th, 7th, and 8th. To sign up to be on the list, visit the village website. And the only other thing I wanted to talk about today was, Larry was there, Mike Ramsey came and spoke to the Rotary Club about the water. He does an outstanding job. Everybody was just speechless when he was done. And I was so proud of you, Mike, you know that. So I just wanted to let everyone know if you need a good speaker, get Mike. So, thanks again.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Trustee Nero's not here. I will update under his report. He's the Public Works Committee Chair. The next Public Works Committee meeting will be July 15th here at 4:30. And the 2021 construction updates, Public Works have several other projects planned and underway around town. A comprehensive listing of those projects have been posted on the village website. So we'll go to Trustee Little.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a couple items tonight. There are going to be art shows at Cruising Nights. There'll be 6 art shows and Cruising Nights starting June 24th. Sign up now to participate. More information on the village website. Also, we have the Taste of Westmont. It's scheduled for July 8th through the 11th, and it's run entirely by volunteers. So if you're interested and willing to be a volunteer, please contact Westmont Special Events at wsec@westmontevents.com or call the office at 630-829-9378. Then the last item I have on my docket tonight is Cruise Nights. Tonight is Cruise Nights. So turn off your televisions as soon as the meeting's over and get downtown. Our Cruise Nights are held every Thursday night from 5 to 9 downtown Westmont from June through August, and then we also have one September, the first Thursday in September. So please come out for that, and if you're interested in volunteering or being a sponsor for any of our projects for Westmont Special Events, please contact the office. That's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Barker.
Thank you, Mayor. A couple of things this evening. Westmont First will meet Monday night, June 21st at the library at 6 p.m. And then the Environmental Improvement Committee had a meeting on June 7th, and I wanted to mention a few things that we discussed. They had storm drain stenciling as a program that Environmental Improvement Committee does, and they also connect up with DuPage County for river sweep, and both events were offered this year, even with the COVID situation, and they were well received. And there was a lot of participation from the community. So I want to thank the volunteers, the committee, the Boy Scouts, and all the people that were involved in those particular projects. And then at that time, on the meeting on Monday night, we discussed offering this again in the fall. And the entire committee was in favor of that, to offer environmental opportunities like that in the community. And if the people want to continue to support it, then we'll make ourselves available as a committee to help facilitate that. And then also a big part of that too was the staff, and I know Director Ramsey was out there, and John Yater as a staff liaison for the committee, spent some time. But 2 great events that have gone on year after year, and the people have received that well. And then also, I'm not sure exactly where it started, we have the Adopt a Planner program, and we asked to expand that, and the budget was allocated this year to expand that program, and it's my understanding that all the planters have been adopted by the residents, and I don't know if they're all planted yet, but I've seen them around town. I took my mother-in-law to dinner last night, and she was so impressed with the Westmont's downtown, with the hanging baskets and the planters and just the, new facades and all the activity. So we took somebody from out of town and we brought them through, and they were impressed with our community. And that's, a pat on the back for everybody. And then lastly, Westmont is part of a Plant Tree for Communities initiative, and they're planting new trees in the Chicago region for 2021, and we're participating in that. And part of that program, we've planted already 152 new trees. And there's more information about that initiative on the village website. That is all. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Trustee Marie Johanna Guzzo.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. A couple things. Previously to this meeting, we had our Fire Public Safety Committee meeting. We discussed some AC/DC fire alarm updates, some intergovernmental agreements, a candidate program, fire department manning updates, an ECC update, and then our fire department and EMS are doing homebound vaccination programs, and that is being facilitated by the DuPage County Health Department. So I want to thank them for that. And then I also want to give a shout out and a thank you to Chief Riley and 5 members of the Westmont Fire Department who went up to Rockton to assist with the chemical plant fire. Chief, I don't know if you want to add anything or, okay, well, I want to say thank you. As you all know, it's been on the news, so I do want to say thank you. We were represented in Rockton, and so thank you very much. And last but definitely not least, I want to wish all of our fathers here a happy Father's Day, which is Sunday. So thank you, everybody. And that's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Trustee Brady.
The Westmont Chamber of Commerce has several ribbon cutting ceremonies planned. The dates are not specific now, but there's quite a few that are in the planning stage. Our next Community Development Committee meeting will be on Tuesday, August 26th at 16:30 hours or 4:30.
Don't confuse me. All right, thank you. Trustee Simonovich.
I'm a little light on my report tonight. All I have is that the next Administration and Finance Committee meeting is on July 1st.
Thank you. Moving on, are there any items that the board would like to see removed from the consent agenda? Seeing none, I'd ask Manager May to please read.
Thank you. Consent agenda this evening starts with Village Board minutes. Board to consider approving the minutes of the Village Board meeting held June 3rd, 2021. Next is Finance Ordinance number 4 in the amount of $2,766,500.32. We have several purchase orders, first being Path Construction Company, $443,176.35 is the adjustment to the projected total of the Public Works facility, its final payment. Next is Critical Technology Solutions, $24,805.62. It's an upgrade door access system at both Village Hall and Fire Headquarters. Third, Wills Burke Kelsey Engineering, $109,112. This is for the engineering work at the 63rd Enrichment Stormwater Management improvements. Amalgamated Bank of Chicago, $2,050,000. This is the fiscal year debt service on bonds 2013A, 2013B, 2017, 2019A, and 2019B. A portion is due in July and a portion is due in January. Fifth purchase order, DuPage Mayors and Managers Conference, $21,920.28, represents our annual membership dues. And we have DuPage Senior Citizens Council, $32,710. This is a contribution to support the services in Westmont. This reflects a combination of, the last Admin and Finance Committee, you approved the annual $24,000 amount, and then an additional contribution of $8,710. Added together is the $32,710. Next purchase order is M.E. Simpson Company, $36,720. It's for fire hydrant flow testing. Next purchase order is also M.E. Simpson Company, $31,652, but this is for the valve exercising. And the last purchase order is M.E. Simpson Company, $27,750, and that's for leak survey services. The total of the purchase orders is $2,777,846.25. Together with Finance Ordinance number 4 is $5,544,346.57. And that completes the consent agenda, ma'am.
Do I have a motion to approve as read?
Motion to approve, Little?
Second, Simonovich.
Motion made and second. On the question, I have one. Is that the final payment, including any money held on the Public Works facility?
Yes, sir, that is the final change order, final payment, everything, that'll take care of it.
Okay.
Everything. So, yeah, we went through, did the punch list items, wait for the lawsuit to finally get finalized, all that, so we could do one final payment. I didn't want to break it up and do 2 payments, I just wanted to do one final payment and be done with it.
So I think what we'll see is the amount that's listed there for the additional amount that is now being approved for the final piece of the payment, but we already have the parts that the board has already approved, that we had to hold back and as a result of the lien that was initially filed, so.
Okay.
It'll be in addition to that amount.
Okay.
Not our lawsuit, someone else's lawsuit.
Yeah, yeah. Subs. Trustee Barker.
Just follow up on that. I know that we had, call it a budget estimate for that project. And then we always have these engineer estimates that come in at a certain value, and we're always less than projected. So how'd we finish on that building
From the engineering estimate, we were $400,000 under the engineering estimate,
for the estimate?
but we were over the bid the bid price. So the engineering estimate, then we got the bids, so the bid price, we were basically, we were like $300,000 over what the bid price was. But there's always changes during a project, there's always adjustments. So we did a really good job keeping under what we thought it was gonna cost. But, obviously there's always changes, plus prices were fluctuating so much during that period of time. If you remember the pandemic, we didn't know how much things were gonna go, so we were going off prices for a year before. So I feel we did a really good job keeping the prices where they should be. I mean, everybody I talked to was very impressed that we were able to do what we did for the price we were able to get it done with.
Still meeting your needs, huh? Better than the old place?
I can't tell you, every day I walk in there, so blessed. I'm just telling you, it's, everybody walks in with a smile on their face. I tell you, it makes a big difference in our attitude and getting things done. It makes things so much easier for us to do our jobs. So we do thank you very much for allowing us to do that.
Yeah, Mike, I'm glad it's done.
Yeah.
Because it was so, I'll say awful before. It was what it was, but it was run its course many, many years ago, and we were very fortunate to be able to pull it together to get that building.
And you heard we're gonna be doing a lot more with it, helping out other departments and, and residents as well, so it's gonna be.
Everybody wants to move into your building.
And Mike was gracious to give Congressman Casson a tour of the facility.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, he seemed to really enjoy it, and it's something he's been wanting to see for a while, and having the opportunity to talk with him about water issues, some of the things that we're gonna be discussing in the near future. It was really nice to finally meet him face to face, because I had a Zoom call with him, because usually we always fly into Washington DC to meet with the congressmen. So this year was my turn to fly into Washington DC. Unfortunately with COVID, I wasn't able to do that, so I was able to get on a Zoom call with him originally. And I suggested to him, if you ever have time, I'd love to have you come tour the new facility, because he rides by there, when he's in town. And he took me up on it. It was a great thing, and we all enjoyed.
Yeah, we all did, a couple trustees, so.
Yes, it was great having new trustees and everybody there to enjoy that tour, so.
Mayor, just really quick, Congressman Caston is coming to the firehouse tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, so I have no idea what it's for. It's been postponed a few times, and he set it for 9 o'clock tomorrow, so if any board member or anybody from the village would like to attend, Headquarters Firehouse tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, 6015 South Cass.
Thank you. Any additional questions on the consent agenda? Seeing none, I'd ask for roll call, please.
Trustee Little.
Yes.
Trustee Simonovich.
Yes.
Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Guzzo.
Yes.
Trustee Barker.
Yes.
Motion passes. Moving on, new business, hotel motel grant requests for our Rotary Club, their calendar. Board to consider a motion awarding a hotel motel grant in the amount of $2,500 to Westmont Rotary Club for the community event calendar. And this is something we've done in the past, and I turn it over to Assistant Village Manager Parker.
Thank you, Mayor. So this is something that we discussed in more detail at the last Administration Finance Committee, and I will note that the Administration Finance Committee voted to recommend to the board approval of this grant. So the typical process for the grants are entities that are participating in community events or something that will help encouraging people to come to Westmont will submit the grant. It goes to the Administration Finance Committee for review. They make a recommendation to the village board. If the village board approves that then authorizes the grant, and then once the project or event is completed, the entity will then submit to the village their list of expenditures and will reimburse up to this total of $2,500, but no more than 50% of the cost of the event. So the attachment shows that this year the request is for about 20% of the cost of the event. I will say it may even end up being a little bit of a lower percentage of the cost of the event, so definitely well within our 50% limit. And this is something that promotes many different community events and is something we've done in the past.
We've done this for a number of years. So do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve, Little?
Second Guzzo?
Motion made second. Any additional comments? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Trustee Little?
Yes.
Trustee Brady?
Yes.
Trustee Simonovich?
Yes.
Trustee Guzzo?
Yes.
Trustee Barker?
Yes.
Motion passes. New business B, 31 North Cass, a B1 permit for Golden Basket. Board to consider an ordinance allowing the Golden Basket Restaurant to obtain a B1 development permit to operate a restaurant at 31 North Cass Avenue. Director Sylvester.
Mr. Mayor and trustees, before I invite up the applicant to explain his request, I just wanted to very briefly take this opportunity to explain the difference between this B1 permit request from tonight and one that should be fresh in your memory from 2 weeks ago. So 2 weeks ago, a business wanted to move into the downtown. It's a beauty salon and esthetician business right over here on the corner of Cass. That needed a B1 permit like any business that wants to move into our downtown, but it also needed a special use permit. And that's because our zoning code says some businesses permitted can move in quickly without a lot of hoops to jump through. Other businesses need to go through a process of review by the Planning and Zoning Commission that involves notices to neighbors and public hearings, et cetera. So if you pay attention to the Planning and Zoning Commission meetings, you might be wondering, how can this business be up in front of you tonight when they haven't first gone through the Planning and Zoning Commission process? Well, the reason is the proposal you're about to hear from in a moment is for a restaurant to move, actually to relocate within the downtown. And our zoning code says restaurants are permitted uses. So I just wanted people to be aware of the difference, and this was a good example because the two are only 2 weeks apart. So with that brief tutorial, I'd like to ask up Jimmy from Golden Basket, who can explain his proposal and why he's requesting a B1 permit to locate or to relocate to 31 North Cass.
Good evening, Mayor, trustees. How's everybody doing tonight? Good. For those who don't know me, I'm Jimmy from Golden Basket. We've been in Westmont for 18 years at 2 West Naperville Road location. Due to some process that our landlord is going through, we are moving to a new location at 31 North Cass. We're trying to stay close, trying to stay local, trying to stay in Westmont, and trying to keep our customers happy and trying to keep our business going. 31 North Cass, it was suitable for us just because it's already been a restaurant, and it makes it a lot easier just to move to a space that's already been a restaurant. However, we did some drawings there. Those are like preliminary drawings. We're trying to do a little bit of modification. Not a lot of work is gonna go on. We're just trying to fix that counter, make it a little bit more functional for us, where people can sit at the counter and eat, because they do. At the old place, we have a counter, people enjoy it. At this place, the way it's set up right now, it's not very functional, so we need to kind of like make it a little bit smaller so we can do it a little bit additional seating. As far as the seating, it's probably gonna be about the same as we have right now. We have right now about 66 seats at the old place. At this place, we're thinking it's gonna be around 70, just a little bit more. Also, we're planning on doing the same hours, which is Tuesday to Sunday from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're planning on keeping the same menu, pretty much the same people, same old staff, all the good stuff. I don't know if you have any questions or anything that I can answer for you. Let's go open up.
Trustee
I know
Brady.
you had the opportunity to move out of Westmont and move into Downers Grove and other locations, but I appreciate you staying in Westmont. And I also, the hours you serve, I know you're normally closed after 2, but you're gonna liven up that part of Cass Avenue, I'll tell you that. And maybe John Music could even put some music in there on weekends for you.
There you go, he's right next door, yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion.
Go ahead. Second.
Second, Little. Motion made and second to approve. Any additional comments? I do have to say, we're very pleased that you stayed in Westmont. I know that the executive director of the chamber, Larry Forsberg, worked with you and the landlord you're moving to assist in this movement. So you're well-known in the area and the community, and we don't want to lose you, and I'm very happy that you're staying. Any other?
Thank you, Mayor, thank you.
If none, I better say yes first. Roll call.
Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Little.
Yes.
Trustee Simonovich.
Yes.
Trustee Barker.
Yes.
Trustee Guzzo.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. We look forward. When do you plan on opening?
We are planning on opening sometime in September 1st. We're hoping to get everything done by then. We got a little bit more time because first originally we're supposed to move July 31st, but just because it takes time to find the right spot, the right location, and then just going in there and refreshing everything and doing some work. And so we asked for another month, and he was gracious to give us another month, possibly a little bit more, but I'm thinking by September 1st, we should be able to.
So you're trying to work it that you're really not closed at all. You're-
Exactly, we're
Yeah.
trying to work it so we don't have any downtime, which is gonna help us, because we had a lot of downtime last year, so
Yeah.
hopefully this year we'll make it work.
Well, good. Well, we look forward to your opening.
Thank you very much, I really appreciate it, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Moving on, new business C, Quincy Station, a second amendment to the EDA. Board to consider ordinance approving a second amendment to the Economic Development Agreement between the Village of Westmont and HP Quincy Partners LLC for the Quincy Station project at 1 West Quincy. I'm going to either turn to Manager May or the Attorney Zemanek on this one.
Yes, and this is, we already have a second agreement, second amendment to the EDA, and back when it was approved by the village board, there was a rearranging of the responsibilities. There are public improvements that are required as part of the project, and others that we wanted to do. One, for example, is they were responsible for the alley improvements adjacent to their project, but we wanted to do the whole block. And then there was a stormwater management component too. So we agreed in the original second amendment to the EDA that we'll take 100% responsibility for the alley part, you take 100% responsibility for the other part, and it was just easier logistically, except in that arrangement, the developer is the general contractor for the alley work, we were financially responsible. So none of that has changed except the part that we went out to bid, we've bid it as a public improvement, and we're now administering the construction contract and the supervision. The financial terms don't change, just, the logistics of who's administering the work for the better. So this is what do you call it, the first change to the second amendment?
Yeah, the original Second Amendment, as the manager explained, had different terms in that the contractor was, or the developer was selecting the contractor overseeing the work, and authority was given to the manager and to myself to finalize the terms. Because the terms changed so much, we're presenting a revised, different Second Amendment, voiding that first Second Amendment that you approved, and asking you to approve a brand-new one tonight.
Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve, Barker.
Second, Little.
Motion made in second. Any additional comments? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Trustee Barker.
Yes.
Trustee Guzzo.
Yes.
Trustee Simonovich.
Yes.
Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Trustee Little.
Yes.
Motion passes. New business D, award a bid proposal for 2021 63rd Enrichment Stormwater Basin. Board to consider an ordinance accepting the bid proposal from V3 Construction Group for the village's 2021 63rd Street Enrichment Stormwater Basin Improvement Project and authorizing a contract consistent with the bid document. Director Ramsey.
Thank you, Mayor. This project plans to restore the stormwater storage and stabilize the banks on the detention pond and develop additional stormwater storage for that location. A village monument sign will also be installed there at the northeast corner of 63rd and Richmond as part of this project. This will be the first monument sign that we, over the last few years. Pardon me? Gateway sign that we've been discussing for the last few years, and you guys approved the original design, I can't even tell you how long ago. This will be the first opportunity we're actually gonna be able to install one. So this will be the model, and if you guys like it, then we can keep moving forward and putting more gateway signs throughout the village. So this is a great opportunity for us to encompass both these projects into one and get it all done at one time with only disrupting that area once. The village accepted 2 bid proposals from 3 contractors for the 2021 63rd Enrichment Stormwater Project. The low bidder was V3 Construction Group with a low bid of $758,816.01, which is approximately under 15% below the engineering estimate of $893,514. Staff recommends awarding the contract to V3.
Do I have a motion to accept the bid proposal?
Motion to approve, Little?
Second Guzzo.
Motion made in second. On the question. That area has always been, we did the 60th in Richmond, the dry basin.
61st in Richmond.
61st.
Yeah, it was a combination of us working with the Park District.
Yes.
And getting that project done. This is gonna be quite a project. It's gonna be 9-10 weeks long. And not to mention, we're doing that, you're gonna be seeing, in the near future, we're gonna be doing some water main, improvements that are on the other side of 63rd and Richmond. So we're gonna be doing a lot of, capital improvements in that area. So I think the residents will be very, very happy when it's all said and done.
Are they dredging that pond? Or
Yes.
And the,
Oh, yeah.
the natural bank stabilization?
We're
Good.
gonna make the capacity deeper and everything.
Trustee Gray.
So I would like to know in the end, because we've heard about silt and how that's filled in and the erosion on the banks and everything. I'm sure they have some estimate of what the capacity of that thing is now versus where it's gonna end up.
Yeah, I don't have the numbers.
Are we tripling it, or?
It is gonna improve it by, I think, by 40%, if I
40%
remember right,
increase.
yeah. That, once we dig it all out, it's gonna be an improvement by about
Yeah.
40%.
So I have to, and I don't know about the percent, and I can't comment on that, but the actual relief from stormwater management is from the normal water surface up. So it is the stream bank reconfiguration. Now, the dredging is important because you want enough depth in the water so that the sunlight's not hitting the bottom and it keeps the weed growth down and everything. But you could dig down 100 feet, you're not gonna get any more stormwater relief except from normal water level up.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so
That's
it's
exactly
2 different maintenance operations that, for different benefits.
Okay.
But it'll
Capacity
still be an
bigger.
improvement.
You're right, you're exactly right. The
Shoreline's
capacity
all
will be more,
being
but the
done.
water level's not gonna change. I mean, it'll get, it'll
Yeah.
help, but it won't, yeah.
Yes.
Have we worked with this contractor before, V3 Construction Group?
We have, but not for this type of a project. So I'm very familiar with they're a very, a large company that does a lot of different work. It's the first time we're gonna work with them with stormwater, but they've done a lot of stormwater projects in other municipalities around here, but this is the first time we're hiring them to do this type of work.
And again, this is there a grant are we getting for this?
Unfortunately, not this one.
Not
We tried, we applied for 2 grants, and the way the county works is they usually give you one of the 2, and we got it for a different project, which you're gonna be hearing about in about 5 minutes. So that'll be the other grant, that's where that grant, we got awarded that grant for that project, not this one. Good question, Alex.
Any other comments? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Trustee Little,
Yes.
Trustee Brady,
Yes.
Trustee Simonovich,
Yes?
Trustee Barker,
Yes.
Trustee Guzzo.
Yes.
Motion passes. New business E, surplus property to Westmont Fire Department. Board to consider ordinance declaring miscellaneous fire department / emergency management agency items as surplus property. Chief Riley.
Thank you, Mayor. The attached list of items were damage to a large water leak we had at Station 182 at 500 North Cass. These items, upon being declared surplus and disposed of, will be removed from the village's property inventory.
Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve Guzzo.
Second, Simonovich?
Motion made a second on the question. Are these being sold?
This is all damaged,
Damage.
mold. A lot of this is Thames SWAT gear. If you remember, we had Thames paramedics many, many years ago. We just lost our last one about 6 months ago. This is all downstairs under the EMA room. We had a leak under the kitchen sink upstairs probably for months, and it all turned to mold and was ruined, so it had to be destroyed.
Any other questions? Trustee Little.
The EMA materials that have been documented as no longer in use or needed, will those be boxed up and donated as well at some point?
The last ones we already did, that's already been done and gone. Yes, the departments downstate, two chiefs downstate took all that.
Excellent.
That's already been taken.
Good job, thank you.
Any other comments or questions? Again, this is a requirement that you always have to declare surplus before you dispose of it. I'd ask for a roll call, please.
Trustee Guzzo.
Yes.
Trustee Simonovich.
Yes?
Trustee Barker.
Yes.
Trustee Little.
Yes?
Trustee Brady.
Yes.
Motion passes. New business F, IGA DuPage County Water Quality Improvement Project. Board to consider ordinance approving an intergovernmental agreement, or the IGA, with DuPage County for the detention basin retrofit water quality improvement project at 61st Street and Cumner Road. Director Ramsey.
Thank you, Mayor. We are currently in Phase 2 engineering design for this proposed 61st and Cumner Road detention retrofit project. The improvements will include water quality features that qualify for the county's WQIP grant program. Upon completion of this project, the village will be reimbursed 25% of the total cost of the project, which works out to be $134,211.55 for this water quality portion of this project. I do want to point out that Trustee Nero, who's not here tonight, he's part of the reason we got this. I mean, him being on the DuPage County Stormwater Committee is a real advocate for this. And this is a bigger project that the county's doing. It's not just 61st and Cumner, but they're going to be doing some work throughout the whole area, through Downers Grove, through Lyle. So this is just one piece of many pieces that are going to improve the stormwater quality in that whole area.
Yeah.
Everything.
As far as St. Joseph's Creek, I mean, even more parts in town that aren't scheduled yet, but coming up, like King Arthur, and so there's more improvements to be done. That whole corridor is being attended to.
Very long overdue. I mean, if you've known the history, I know Trustee Nero knows the history of that. It's been long overdue, and it's been great. We were in there back in the mid to late 70s, early 80s with the Army Corps of Engineers trying to solve this problem. And it's just, it's taken until now where the county's really been proactive in getting this problem solved. So I know a lot of the residents out there are very excited, especially the gentleman who lives at, I think it's 24 West 61st Street. He's the one with the driveway that keeps falling in because of the stormwater. So, yeah, it's going to be a great project for all of us. But you were asking about the grant money. This is where the county award is the grant money for this project.
Is that the total cost?
That's 25%, so the
So
total
that's
cost
the
is-
max sale they'll provide.
That's the most that, yeah, we could get for a grant money from the county.
Very good. Need a motion to approve.
Motion to approve, Little?
Second, Barker.
Motion made and second to approve. Comments or questions? And I think Director Ramsey, Trustee Nero is serving quite well for Westmont on that committee.
It's really made a huge difference for Westmont and the residents. And him taking that extra time and being on that committee, what a difference. I mean, I've already seen it just in the last couple of years, especially with our stormwater, projects that we've been doing. It makes a big difference, him, being able to report back on what we're doing. And it's not just Westmont, it's Downers Grove, it's, there's a lot of towns that we all, interconnect, and, we're just one piece of that. And for him being on the committee makes a big difference that we can all, get rewarded for all the hard work for all this, so we all benefit from all of it, so.
Any other comments?
I just wanted to add to that, because it's kind of different here than it is in a lot of places, and I could fill up an hour talking on the subject matter, but at a federal government level, we're subject to certain rules, regulations, and requirements, and we're called an MS4 community, and in DuPage County, the DuPage County themselves and their stormwater management group have pooled all the communities together, and like 3/4 of our responsibilities we have with the federal government are done by DuPage County on our behalf and as a group. So as a program, it works really well. The the project's right, the stormwater knows no boundaries, so everything's just working out better, and this is a great thing that they do, and helping us do our improvements too, so.
And I tell you, not only improve it, but the beautification too of the area. Do I, any other comments? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Trustee Little,
Yes.
trustee Barker,
Yes.
trustee Simonovich,
Yes?
trustee Guzzo,
Yes.
trustee Brady.
Yes.
Motion passes. Miscellaneous, anybody have anything other than trustee Little saying she's got to put on her orange shirt and get out of here for the cruise tonight? Anybody? Seeing none, then I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, Little?
Motion's been made and second to adjourn. I'd ask for roll.
Trustee Little,
Yes.
trustee Brady,
Yes.
trustee Simonovich,
Yes.
trustee Barker,
Yes.
trustee Guzzo.
Yes.
And I want to thank everybody for attending, and this meeting